Hello everybody, thanks for coming and taking a look at my new video. What I was looking at doing today was trialing different colours that I'm not used to using, seeing how they blend together on the reverse dip, and also using a stick, as you can see, a lolly stick, to add the paint to see if I get a bit more control over how much paint I'm getting for each petal, rather than just pouring it in the middle, and sometimes I'd get big one side and small on the other. I wanted to make it a bit more symmetrical, and this whole process is really time consuming, so bear with me. I've had to time lapse pretty much the whole thing because it's really time consuming trying to be specific in the amount of paint that I'm using. So I'm going to leave you now to watch the video. I do hope you enjoy it. Please remember to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more creations or experimental artwork by me. This is Art by Emma Burton. I'll catch up with you later on in the video. Okay, so I'm pretty pleased so far with how symmetrical this has turned out, and I've just folded my paper napkin and lightly sprayed it with water. When I do the spray, I try to keep the spray in the middle of the napkin so the edges are still dry, because it makes it a lot easier to pick up it's not easy for me anyway. I don't have the steadiest of hands, so as I'm starting to bunch it all together, I can feel the paint moving underneath. So yeah, for me, keeping the edges of the napkin dry still and just spraying the area that's going to go over the painting does make it a lot easier. So I left that just for a few minutes just to settle on the canvas, and I actually quite like how it turned out, sorry, but it was quite small. I should have added some more paint as well, round some white paint, to help spread the image when I was tilting it, because it wasn't moving as well as it should have been to stretch it on the canvas. I think maybe in hindsight I should have just left it rather than going and getting my usual skewers out on it, but you'll see the end result, and I'll be interested to know what you think, whether you think maybe I should have left it there or carried on with what I did do to it. So this is where I brought the skewer work into it. I wanted to get a bit more definition to the petals, which at the beginning it did, and I quite like that. And like I say, I think I should have left it, but then I started to pull out the edges. Once I started, I couldn't stop. So I had to go all the way around. So I love doing this centre work on the flowers that I produce. I just think it gives it a bit more depth in the centre. And they're just simple dots, and then either I use, depending on how small it is, either the skewer or a pin, depending on how fine I want those lines to be, just to lightly dip it into the dot of paint that you've made and lightly pull it through. So you're not going into the paint, you're not putting pressure into the paint that's on there, you're kind of just touching it and then almost dragging it. So here it is. I'm quite happy with it. Now I've looked at it over a course of a few days. Yeah, I like the definition. I think maybe I should have left it without skewering the petals at the edges. But yeah, I'm relatively pleased with that. Nice colours. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel to see more, and I look forward to seeing your comments below.